Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Varush and this is the Pick a Card channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below to make the energy real. This is separate from Varush, so you want to get the subscription here separately from the other subscription. Anyway, I'm happy to be bringing this video to you guys. This is the zodiac sign of your future spouse. I recently did another future spouse video and you guys really liked it. I actually want to do that one again, so if you go check out the other video, I'll link it at the end of the video, and if you think I should do it again, then let me know for more information. I just feel like I wish I did it with more. So we're going to do the zodiac sign today and then bring back the other video again a second time. Anyway, with just different information, different cards and so forth. Today we're going to pick the zodiac sign of your future partner, future spouse, and we have 12 signs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so what I'm going to do is go sign by sign and tell you a little bit about this person, a little bit about your situation with them. Okay? So let's start with number 1. And if you're not ready, just go ahead and pause the video because we're going to start. First, I'm going to describe this person. I'm going to keep the zodiac sign hidden until the end so that I am not affected by my knowledge of the astrology of that sign. So that we'll save that. And first, I'll describe this person a little bit. And so your first message is the Knight of Wands. So this person has had a habit of being very single for a long time. They have kind of come and gone in circumstances. They have come and gone out of situations. They may have been single for a long time, not settling down very much. They show up in your life very unexpectedly. The next message is the Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. They have a very active mind. They're probably always learning something, always trying to get information about things, expand their knowledge about a situation. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in Earth. This person has a very youthful energy. Look, we have 2 pages and a knight. So to me, that suggests that this person will be very youthful. They will be social. They will have a lot of friends. I have a feeling that this person will try to start a business early on in life. They will be a go-getter energy. Let's take a look at your relationship together a little bit. So this is how your relationship with them will turn out. Just more information on that. We have the 9 of Wands. So you may end up waiting for them a little bit because they will be very busy in many directions. So you will have to in some way compromise with them with their other responsibilities. But their other responsibilities have to do with exciting things that they're pursuing, like honest and good work. So they will be very devoted to their interests as well. The next message is the 2 of Pentacles. I have a feeling that this person will motivate you to work really hard in your life and you will achieve a lot of things. So when you're at your low, when you're not working very hard or intensely, this person will come in and support you. And your last card is the 7 of Pentacles. So together you guys are going to save a lot of money and build up a lot of equity and resources. I sort of felt that right away when I looked at the first card, the Page of Pentacles, because in that I saw that this person is very focused on business. They're very focused on creating a job and a career that's good for them and kind of following through with that. Let's take a look at the sign of your future spouse, and it is Cancer. Okay, cool. So you guys, number 1's got Cancer, and that's some information about them. Let me know in the comments below if you like this type of video or if you want more zodiac sign pick-a-cards. Please let me know. Okay, so we're on to number 2. I just set this to the side. I think it's better. And so number 2, welcome. Hi, number 2. Welcome to my channel. Let's take a look at the description of your partner's zodiac sign. Let's describe them a little bit for you. And I'm keeping these cards face down until the end. So we have 5 of Pentacles. This person has worked their way out of a lot of financial problems, financial difficulties in the past. This person has come from a modest background, but a very hardworking background, and they have worked really hard to get to where they are. We have Five of Wands. There may be a lot of fighting in their family, like infighting between people. I think that your partner or your spouse is the person who sort of rose out of difficult situations. And sometimes in families, when a person rises out of difficult situations, they have problems with other family members because the other family members are presumably still, to some extent, stuck in those situations. And this person has applied themselves a lot. Two of Pentacles, they have worked a lot. I think we're looking at a very hardworking person, somebody who has worked over and over again to achieve their goals and to kind of make a good life for themselves. I think that what you can expect is someone who is going to be very protective, not somebody who's loyal. They don't like change things. They like to keep consistent. Now we're going to take a look at your relationship together a little bit. And we have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So this relationship may start after a divorce. So a divorce will happen, or there's a separation. Either you or them will be separated from someone who you were with for a long time, and then you'll enter into the relationship. And then we have the Four of Wands, a very happy home, a very happy family. I think that they will be very much looking towards you. You can see it in this card. They will very much be looking towards you for the things that their family is not able to provide. So you will be the stronghold for them. And then we have the Page of Cups next. So a child will be born, a very special child. I think you guys will spoil this child, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. If you're not going to have children, then very likely you guys will begin new things, make lots of friends. You guys will have a very social life. It will be very oriented towards your community and the people around you. And a very sweet kind of love. You guys will be very sweet with each other on a regular basis. Let's take a look at the sign of your partner. And so we have Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarians do work really, really hard. And remember, this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this person works really hard. They've had to separate themselves from difficult situations, and they are just very, very happy to be in a good situation. They know how to recognize a good situation and kind of recognize it for its value and its benefit to them. Okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me. So now we're going to start number 3. And hi, number 3, welcome to my channel. So we're going to take a look first at your partner, your future spouse. We're going to find out what they look like. Not what they look like, but what they are like. Maybe if there's some descriptions in there, I'll tell you. And I'm going to keep the zodiac sign private. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a look at their information. So they have put in a lot of work into something early on in life, like a career or education. They put a lot of resources into it. So they spent a lot of time in school. They just committed themselves to something for a long time. The next message is the Seven of Cups. And so I have a feeling that they are a very creative person. I think that they're extremely patient with their life. So they have put a lot of effort into something, and it took a lot of time for this to come in. It might actually come in only like once you get to know each other a bit more and so forth. And so it might still take a little while for it to come in. But then there's this piece of them that's very creative, and because they've waited for things for such a long time, they in some way are very peaceful and tolerant with regard to waiting for their time to shine or their time to get something. They will also spend a lot of time in the creative arts. So they will paint, they will draw, they will sing, they will write. Whatever instruments they play, they will be very artistic. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So this person is a very passionate person. They see opportunities and they go after them very quickly. Things can go really slow for them, and then quickly they just pick up, and then they move along very quickly towards the direction that they want to go. I think that there's a certain degree of intimate passion that they feel. I think that this relationship between you and them will be very, very passionate in terms of love energy. And I have a feeling that you and them will have a wonderful time together. Many of you will be living in more kind of quiet places like rural areas or even the country. And if you live in the city, your home will be very sanctuary, like there'll be lots of plants. You will be very much away from the hustle and bustle of everything. Okay, so now we're going to describe your relationship to this person. I think we're on 3, right? So your relationship to this person, 5 of Pentacles. So whatever they put their money into, their time into, they start off with not having very much money at all. So it's like they invested everything into school and now they have student debt that they have to see through. But they know there's a good outcome and there will be a good outcome in it all. But it might start off at a time when they have less resources and less money to work with. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Sometime in this relationship, they will choose to change somehow. They will change the path in their life. I think that they will have positive outcomes from the way that they had led their life early on. But somewhere in the middle, they are going to pick up and start really going quickly at things, or maybe go in a different direction that's more money focused. So they're going to sort of step away from the arts and move towards a way to be successful. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be an artist, but maybe if they're an artist, they'll become a graphic designer and in some way transform where they're going with things to be more lucrative for you financially. And then we have the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This person's a natural father or mother. They're very protective. And I have a feeling that this person's going to grow into a very strong supporter of you. And I think that this person in some way is going to be very kind of nurturing and giving. They will work really hard to achieve certain things for themselves. But I think also at the same time, they will still retain that creative capacity that they have. And so this relationship will really feel like home. Like you will feel very much at home with them. You will feel very a lot of trust between the two of you, and a lot of just implicit understanding. I think that early on you probably will stick by them as they are taking a chance at life, but then later when they make the change in terms of the direction they're heading financially, in order to kind of, they say like grow up, you know, it's a sad thing, but sometimes people have to make those decisions. I think that as this person makes the choice to change towards making money and focus on making money, then I think that they will forever be grateful for the time that you gave them to support them in their initial quest of creativity. And in some way, the King of Cups at the end of his retirement or whatever, he ends up being creative anyway. So they will go back to art, will always be a part of their life in some way, or creativity. Here is the next message. So your ideal spouse, or your future spouse, is a Virgo. Now that means sun, moon, and rising, right? Venus or Mars. So this Virgo person in some way is very practical minded. It's so funny because I'm a Virgo, so it really came through that way, like that there was a little, even when they were taking a chance on being creative early on in the relationship, it felt to me as though they were really mindfully doing so. So they weren't throwing caution to the wind. They just wanted to pursue something that was off the beaten track. And so they went after those things. They pursued those things. And but always with mindfulness of keeping things consistent, of keeping things, how do you say, like safe, you know, like not to risk everything. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said in the intro, change to another one if this doesn't resonate, or if you want to find out more about their signs, because this is just sun, moon, and rising. Okay, number 4, thank you guys so much for joining me. Here is the sign of your future spouse. First, I'm going to describe them for you guys a little bit. We're going to take a few cards to see what they are like and what they look like, and then we're going to take a look at your relationship together. So we have 7 of Wands first. So this person could be a lawyer. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Very, very shrewd, very, very smart, very careful in their reasoning and deductions about things. Very, very careful to like understand things and to deduce, very smart to kind of position themselves and find reason or logic in a situation, and stand up for rightful causes. So in university, they may be a person who has acted on behalf of the public interest, very interested in human rights. I just see somebody who's very, very assertive about what's right and what's right and what's the right thing to do. The next thing is the Emperor. They're very serious about marriage, family, those kinds of things. If this person is a man, then this person is very invested in being a father. And if this person dates men, then they are very, they really believe in the sanctity of like fatherhood, and they really want someone who's strong, and they're very, very committed to wanting that kind of individual in their life. So they're very serious person, I think. Here is the next message. We have the King of Pentacles. This person's going to make a lot of money. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in fire. So this person is very charitable, very financially focused, very likely a lawyer, a bureaucrat, someone who works for government, someone who manages things, an accountant. So this is a person who's very, very practical and very kind of intense, and they set a high standard, but they also expect the standard to be met. So they want that kind of very proper type of life. They don't mess around, they don't waste time, they just stay on focus. The next message is the World card. This describes your relationship together. It's very likely that in your relationship you will come together from very far apart. So this person may not be in your home country, they may be somewhere else, or across your country if you live in a big country like Canada, United States, or Russia. So you might be traveling really far to connect with them. You actually may meet this person on the internet. The next message is the Nine of Cups. So this is Jupiter in Pisces, and I have a feeling that this person in some way really wants to put the effort behind creating a lifestyle that in some way reflects their ambition. So they don't leave much up for destiny. They just take the bull by the horns and they go for it. So let's say they want to start a business and be successful. They're going to put a lot of effort behind that, and they're going to remain consistent and put effort in that direction consistently to get the outcome they want. The next message is the Page of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, secondary transits in Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So this person will be quite sweet. You may find that this person brings people into your family, into your home, who are kind of in difficult situations. So I've even known families that have like allowed people to stay with them, or otherwise in some way bringing people in, like they will be helping people who are more vulnerable they will always have this kind of social consciousness mentality, and so they will be very tender-hearted person, although they're very tough. If it's a guy, it's a Chachi guy. He's very, very intense, and he's very like a Chad, like he's very intense, but yet he's very sensitive and delicate. And I think that your relationship with them will be very emotionally fulfilling. I think that you're going to receive they're going to be very compassionate, and they're not going to be very critical. So this is a neat person. It's just the one thing about this person that I can pick up right away is that you don't want to take it for granted. So they have a certain standard, and they choose you because you're up to that standard, and you can't mess around with it. So like you can't like blow things off or be casual about life. They take their responsibilities very seriously. The rest of it is really soft and nice. So yeah, it's not going to be terrible. It's just you have to be the right type of person. This person could actually, I worked for an engineering company, and this person could very well be an engineer. My mom's an engineer too. So very kind of like, you know, mindful and yet sensitive. Engineers are very sensitive people, so it's really sweet. But they're very practical and kind of like observationally oriented, like take things as they come and deal with them. That's the mindset I'm seeing. And then we have, this is a Taurus. That's such a perfect match. I said take the bull by the horns, right? That's so funny. So this person that is a perfect Taurus description. If you want to watch back and see my comments, it's really in line with Tauruses, because Tauruses are tough, they're strong, but yet they're very tender-hearted and sweet. So that's what you're going to get. That's the relationship you're going to have with your future spouse. So I'm glad that worked out. That was really sweet. Actually, as I was saying that, I was wondering, I'm like, oh, that must be a Taurus. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so now we're going to be on to number 5. This is the sign of number 5. We're going to see that in a minute. And now let's get into a description of the person and see what they're like. Okay, so here is the message. So we have 3 of Cups. This is a person who you may have broken up with or left, like this is a person from the past who you have a reunion with. It's very likely. And then we have the 7 of Cups. There will be a lot of questions in this relationship early on about whether it's going to come together. So there's a connection there that happens when you reunite. This could be a friend to a deep love situation. And so I have a feeling that there is going to be great mystery about this person early on. This person is very likely a musician, someone who's very out in the public life. They have a lot of celebratory energy around them. They celebrate life. They have fun. They really kick back with others, and I have a feeling they have a very comfortable lifestyle, so that can mean that they're early retired, or otherwise they have a very comfortable lifestyle early on in life. They might be a social media person or someone who works on social media in certain categories, you know. Those lifestyle categories, that's what I'm picking up on. So I feel a very comfortable lifestyle about this person. And then we have the 3 of Swords. So they are in some way really needing you, or really needing a solid relationship, because their life is all happiness. And I know this from doing social media myself. Their life is all happiness, but they don't really have the person to nurture them or be with them when things happen. And things happen in our lives that cause us distress or sadness. And so this person is going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of good times. But I also see that quietly what they need in their private space is understanding, and especially I feel as though they may have a loss that they incurred in their lifetime early on in life, such as a parent passing away in childhood or some other loss that's significant like that. And so this person has a very happy lifestyle. Don't get me wrong, they're happy, they're not heavy at all or some kind of a downer, but they have this need for compassion and understanding, because they will have a perpetual hurt that they live with, and it feels like a Chiron thing, you know, something happens early on in life that kind of carries with an individual for a long time. So bear in mind, be mindful. Here are some more cards about this situation. We have the King of Swords, so this is more about your relationship with them. So at first they seem cold. They seem cold, they seem cool. They're like the super cool person. You meet them in a club. They seem like they have people swirling around them. They're really at the eye of the storm in social circumstances. And you may feel as though they are sort of not better than you, but you may be very intimidated by their swagger. Their swagger might be just very kind of imposing, and they have like the social scene locked down. Like they are the hub of a social scene, and they may seem very like hard to they may feel intimidating at first, but you'll find that they're actually really a sweet person who's really quite vulnerable inside. They just know how to play that off in social situations, so nobody really knows that until they get to know them a little bit. So they're actually a really sweet person. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So you might wait a long time to get to know this person because of these factors. I have a feeling that at first you'll feel like they are better than you, like why would they be interested in me in the first place? And then there will be like a slow progress of getting to know them and knowing that they're human too, and they're like, you know, very normal people, and they just have this is a person who has like an intense demeanor, like a person, like their rising sign is in something like Scorpio or Libra or something like that, where they appear to be aloof, cool, calm, and collected, and like really, they can be any sign like rising, but it feels like they have a very imposing kind of presence, you know, and they know how to do that. They're like a politician, you know, they know how to present themselves well. But there's more to it than meets the eye. There's something deeper. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And so, yeah, so I have a feeling that they really need someone to see through everything, because they can't show people this because that messes things up for them in every aspect of their life. But I think that this is going to be a person who's going to be extremely loyal to you. This person is waiting. They're literally waiting for you to find them. And when they see you, they'll sort of know that you're the person for them, but they'll be afraid, and they'll sort of in some way not pull back, but they may be very controlled because they don't want to blow it. Like they're very, I think this person is extremely astute, very knowledgeable about people's characters, people's virtues, those kinds of things. Let's find out the sign of this person, this mystical, magical person. Capricorn, on lockdown, eh? Capricorn's our boss. So Capricorn energy, yeah, very much so, very successful. And Capricorns are very tender-hearted. They really are. And there's this kind of, it's hard to sometimes, especially if it's a Capricorn moon, this is for sun, moon, and rising, sometimes it's hard with a Capricorn moon to see the vulnerability, because they are so impressive as a sign. They have their life just so together that sometimes people's strengths prevent them from getting the help they want from others, because people presume that everything's great and everything's perfect. And that's not always the case. So Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Very cool. Okay. So next we have this. I know I'm going to turn one card over. So we're about halfway through. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. And yeah, just let me know in the comments below if this is enjoyable for you. I want to make a side note because we're in the mid part. This background is a beautiful, beautiful, it's called hooker's green. It's a type of color. I know it sounds really funny, but it's a beautiful green, and it doesn't show up, and I can't get it set properly to show you guys the color. So check out my IG, because I'm going to take some pictures with some cards and show you, because they're really, really beautiful color of this green. It looks nice in the video, but it's not in person. It's really, really pretty green. Hooker's green is like a deep green, like a forest green with a little bit of blue in it, and so it has this kind of depth to it. Okay, so number 6, okay? Number 6, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. I'm going to describe this for you guys, and let's take a look at your cards. So we have 6 of Pentacles first. Okay, so this person is extremely generous. This is Moon in Taurus. They're incredibly generous. They like to give back. They expect reciprocity, which means that they'll give, but they expect people to reciprocate in a balanced way. So this person does not allow people to just take from them and not give back, even if it's different. Like, it doesn't have to be dollar for dollar. It can be time, compassion. You will be expected in this relationship to reciprocate for their generosity. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Sorry, seven of Wands. There's this person in some ways sticks to very high morals and very high values. So this person will very much set the precedent of how people should conduct themselves, and they may be even very religious, but I think more than anything else, they feel like there's certain ways of doing things and we have to honor that. The next message is the Emperor. So this person's very serious, not the first person who came through that wasn't serious, very generous, financially very strong, I think, and also with very, very high standards and very high morals that produce an outcome of success. So there's going to be no negotiating with this person about certain standards of behavior and conduct, how to treat other people, and how to behave. You will find yourself in public situations with this person a lot, and likewise there will be standards that this person lives by, so you will be in that standard as well. They'll choose you because you're in that standard, so don't worry about living up to expectations. But in terms of like being a good person, being upright, this person will very much expect that, and they will not be comfortable in situations in which someone's sloppy, messy, you know, whatever. Okay, so this is your relationship together. We have the Six of Swords. So this person had to leave behind circumstances early on in life. These circumstances cost them time and energy, and so now as they're in this position that they're in, they in some way how do you say, that's why they're so like up in arms. That's why they don't allow people to kind of mess with their energy or mess with what they're doing. The next message is the Hermit, Virgo. And so this person spent a lot of time alone. And I have a feeling that this person will expect you to not be, there will be a big part of the relationship in which you will be expected to not be, how do you say, caught up with what the world is thinking of you. So let's differentiate. It feels like they are standing up for what's right and very conscious about their effect on society, but also at the same time, they don't measure themselves by society's standards, and your relationship will be very much that. So your lifestyle will be not like what's expected of you by society. It'll be very much focused on what he or she feels is right, and you will probably be in that same mind frame with them. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is like all about standards and rules and morals, and I think that again, this relationship will be very focused about personal boundaries, about what's right and wrong. For some of you, this will be religious, but I don't feel like this is religion per se. I think what it's describing is someone who has a very disciplined mode of conduct, and I think that they know the formula to success. And it's not like making life boring. This is about living properly and doing what you're supposed to do every day, and then having a very compassionate life and aware life. They're kind of woke, you know. They're a realist that looks at things precisely. Let's take a look at the sign. So we have Sagittarius. Oh wow, what a serious Sagittarius. Now this is Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this might be their secondary transits or something like that. But I think that maybe this person will be trying to achieve a lot in their lifetime, the Emperor, so in work, career, or something like that. And I have a feeling that it's those drives that make their behavior standard. I was doing a course in psychology with a young woman who was very young for being in that course. It's a master's level program. And she said, she was sitting there, and I walked up to her to say hi. And she says, I don't like to waste time. And she was like on her computer studying, and we were like literally in between one classroom and the other one. So it was like a 10-minute break. And she didn't say it to slight me, but it was that kind of mentality. It was really cute. Like I thought I had a lot of respect for that, and it really stuck with me. And actually, I've been personally motivated by it a lot. It happened maybe 10 years ago now. So, no, 7 years ago, something like that. And so, yeah, so it was impactful on me, like her observation that like every moment counts. And I think this person wants to achieve a lot. Like that woman was achieving a lot, and she was doing very well. And it's the precise nature of her behavior. So the Queen of Pentacles sort of cuts things out if they don't fit into her strategy. And so this person will be like this, and I think that you will be like this with them, like not wasteful. And wasting time is such a, it's such a common thing that people do. Okay. Speaking of which, number 7, welcome to my channel. Are we on 7? I think so. So, oh, shoot, see, I know I did it. So the next one is Gemini, sorry. We'll describe your Gemini. Sun, Moon, and Rising, 7. Sorry about that. So I knew it was going to happen. I can't help it. Now it's too late. So we have Gemini next. So if your future spouse will be a Gemini, so having fun and enjoying life will be a priority. A lot of kind of unexpected adventures. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising also. So let's see the cards. I'm filming during Mercury retrograde, so it was meant to happen. We have the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transits in air, Gemini. This person will be really focused on a specific goal in their life, and they will be very loyal to it. They will also identify really early in the relationship that they want a close relationship with you and be very committed to it. So they're going to be super committed and super like, okay, this is it. Let's stop talking about it. Carry on. Very earthy Gemini. We have the 8 of Wands, and so this is Mercury and Sag. This person will spoil you with a lot of hugs and kisses and kind words. They are a master wordsmith, and they are very, very like smart in the way that they express themselves. And so you will, all your life with them, in some way always hear something positive, always hear something sweet, something that's going to make you feel like loving, something that will make you feel loved. The next message is the 4 of Cups, okay? So this person will, the very generous Gemini, very generous Gemini. So this person will be very giving, give you a lot emotionally, but also financially. I think that this person is very interested in fun and adventure, and I have a feeling that they're always going to be on some kind of adventure or something that they want to explore or see the world through or see more about in the world. And I have a feeling that there will be always something new coming through. There will always be something new with them, like a new idea, something new to learn. Hey, let's go here, let's go there. This will be an energy that they bring into the relationship. And then we have the description of your relationship. So like I said, loyalty. This person is supremely loyal. They fund no questions asked, just sticks to what they've chosen. I have a feeling that they're going to have a commitment outside of the relationship, like a career or something they take very seriously. And the second commitment will be to the relationship itself. And they are going to be exclusive things of each other, separate, but also they are going to be mutually very, very committed to both, like serious about both. And so you won't feel like the career is taking away from the relationship. And when you're kind of more into the relationship, they will keep the romance going and be romantic with you. Then we have the 9 of Cups. And I think that they like to fulfill wishes. So let's say you want to go to France, you've never been to France. They will, in your relationship, try to create those dreams and make them reality for you. So this is a person who will try to find out what your dreams are and make them. And then the last one, we have the Lovers, which is Gemini. This is like growing into really old age together. And I think really, really becoming a family. I think that you'll be like the old married couple that kind of finishes each other's sentences and just has a very sweet time. I do think that the highlight of this relationship will be like in later years, because early on, even though it's going to be positive, they're going to be very focused on the second goal. But once they accomplish things and once you settle down into retirement, I think that you will really have a sweet time together, traveling, exploring the world. They will be a source of a lot of ideas and all that. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Now, if this doesn't vibe, choose another option. And now let's move on to the next one. So this must be 8. So 8, I'm not going to turn it over. I have to pay attention not to turn it over. Hi 8, welcome to my channel. And so let's describe the person that you are kind of involved with, or that you're the description of your future spouse. Okay, sorry. So first message is we have the King of Wands, a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, secondary transits in fire. So this person is very privileged. This is a very, very privileged person. They come from privilege. They're very comfortable. And I have a feeling that they're like an adventure person as well. So they could be into surfing or snowboarding or like adventure, especially early on in their life. And so by more mature life, 30s and 40s, this person would be settling down, maybe incorporating philosophy into their life to kind of integrate their early life experiences. And so this person will become more mindful with time. And I think that they, even though they come from privilege and comfort and those kinds of things, I think that they will also, they come from these comfortable things, but I have a feeling that they also try to connect with the rest of the world. And so as they become older, their interest isn't just in living in comfort and privilege. So they really humble themselves. Sorry about the noise. Then we have the 8 of Cups. So this person walks away from their privilege, like I told you, but it's not necessarily gives up everything they have. What they really want to do is learn the kind of ways of the world outside of their comfort and stability, and so they go and seek those things out. The next message is the 5 of Wands. Okay, so I have a feeling that this person is going to in some way try to figure out a lot which side the truck is. They're building a building next to my house. So anyway, so it's just making noise sometimes. But yeah, so this person will spend a lot of time to figure out what kind of person they are. So they will try to figure out who am I outside of this situation that I was born into? And so they will try to find their place in the world, and that will be a big part of their life, exploring who they are outside of the opportunities that they were born into. They will be very analytical, and they will not stop just at some simple answer. They will continue to grow and evolve, and once they figure those things out, they will continue to grow even further, because that will become their life's purpose. And in fact, they may become a teacher of those kinds of things, like a spiritual teacher or a new age teacher or something like that, because they have in some way been really searching for the meaning of life in their life. And I feel like they will very much bring that forward and adopt it as a career or something else, maybe helping other people through their knowledge. Okay, next we have the relationship together, 10 of Wands. So their privilege didn't come without battle scars or difficulties, and so maybe this is what made them question things, because they were left with a lot of stuff to deal with, like maybe emotional stuff or mental stuff. Things happened in their life that made them question what they had on hand. Things happened in their life that made them kind of second guess what they were working with. So it wasn't like a picture perfect situation, although a lot of people wouldn't know that to be true. And so yeah, it wasn't a picture perfect situation, but it was what they had. They're grateful person, so they're not necessarily just throwing it away, but I think that that's what made them kind of awake and realize and question and learn. The next card is the 4 of Pentacles. They do have a tendency to really save money, so they are very prudent. They're financially conservative, And I have a feeling that they in some way are saving for big ticket items, so they want to buy big things instead of a bunch of little things, and that's how your relationship will go. I think that you guys will buy a beautiful home together, and so that home will be will be very much emphasized in some way or celebrated. So it will be a very beautiful home. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of you also has Taurus transits in your chart, because I have a feeling that your environment is going to be very serene, very beautiful, decorated really well. And then we have the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. They may pursue education later on in life, or maybe both of you will. So once you complete certain stages of your life, they may go back to school. Like I said, this person might have been a traveler early on in their life, and then later on in their life, they may have in some way pursued something that is like opening their consciousness up, and so they may pursue education, or they may pursue knowledge and learning. Let's take a look at the sign. Sorry, you guys, this truck threw me off a little bit. So this is a Libra. Okay, air sign. Yeah, so this person's really smart, and this person isn't ungrateful for what they have, but they also are not passive in their life, so they're privilege does not lead to passivity, and what it actually leads to is they know what they have. It's kind of like Kim Kardashian, who is a Libra. So you guys know she's studying law right now, and that's like, you know, for her position, everybody, like, lots of people may study law and this and that, but in her position, she didn't have to do it. She did it because it's the smart thing to do, in her opinion. I think I've heard her say that it's because of her kids. She wants to set a proper example. And so these are like out of their comfort. They sort of like find themselves and pursue those studies. Okay. Get Kanye West to choose this and see if he picks number, what is this, 8? Yeah, it'd be cool if he did. Okay, so yeah, so it's a Libra, and they're cool. I like this energy. Okay. And I like Kim Kardashian for doing that. I think it shows a lot about her character. She's a very smart woman. Okay, number 9. Okay, so number 9, hi, welcome. Let's take a look at your cards. So this is a description of your future spouse. Okay. So first I'm going to describe them, then we're going to describe the relationship, and then we're going to get into their signs, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, so we have the 7 of Cups. There's a lot of dreamers out there. So this person is a dreamer. This person has big ideas. I have a vibe that this person is a writer of some kind. They like write things like books or something interesting. The next message is the 7 of Swords. So I have a feeling that this person writes memoirs, and especially memoirs about topics that are sort of, they're memoirs about topics about people who don't have a voice themselves. They're very focused on, like, they may be a journalist or in some way like bring truth to things and kind of expose things, and you know, they're really a sorter of history. They really want to learn history. They question the history that they read because, you know, history is written by the victors, so it's always important to consider both sides of the situation. So this person in some ways they're very lost in their mind. They're not in a bad way. They just really think about things in a holistic way and the world. So this person travels a lot. It feels very much like a journalist, feels very much like a writer who is in, you know, going in different places to explore different sides of life. This is a person who is just very logical, very reasonable, and they in some way are very focused on, you know, learning the other side of things. Let's take a look at your relationship together. So we have the King of Swords, wordsmith, master wordsmith, that's what's coming through. King of Swords, this could be a man or a woman depending on who you date, but this person is a master wordsmith, so wise, so woke, and just very principled. Like, they will not, very in the truth side of things, so they will not stand down and, you know, succumb to social custom when they know that the social custom is somehow infringing on the truth. So the bottom line is the truth with them. And I think that they will be in that type of lifestyle, that very authentic and very focused on keeping authenticity alive around them. And then we have the Three of Wands. They have something really big coming through. There will be some kind of a big outcome coming through in this relationship. And something like that you and them will in some way wait to receive energy from. So it's almost like publishing a book and waiting for that book to come through for them in some way. You may both be waiting for some outcomes, but these outcomes are huge. So you use your mind and you elevate to a certain level, and then you'll wait for your outcomes to come through. And yeah, that's the strategy of your relationship. It'll be a lot of like writing books. That's why it feels like that, because you put something together, you put it out there, and then you wait for the outcomes, the positive outcomes. Three of Pentacles and work. So you both are going to be very, very focused on your career, but it's not like focused on your career, just a card fell out, so I'll show you guys. Oh, you got a good card too, the Six of Cups. So you guys are going to be focused on your career, but it's not necessarily that you are going to be like workaholics or something negative. It's really that you guys are going to be very reasonable people and use your time well, and that will be like you will feel motivated by achieving certain things and being recognized for them and making an impact and being authentic in how you work. Very romantic relationship as well. The Six of Cups is the soulmate card, so some of you guys might get that energy. There we go. So yeah, this might be a Scorpio because this is Sun in Scorpio and it fell out. And it's Aries. Okay, so yeah, this person is very like face value. Exactly, face value. Sun and Moon and Rising Aries. Face value, no beating around the bush, no lying. Very direct in their delivery of things. They're going to be very honest with you about things. And I have a feeling that they're going to see you prosper and they're going to prosper themselves. It's a very, very strong and positive energy between the two of you. Okay, cool. Aries. High five, you guys. That's a really good one. Okay, so now we're going to do number 10. Don't turn it over. I only turned one over, you guys. In an hour, that's pretty good. Okay, so first we're going to describe, hi number 10, welcome to my channel. Let's describe your person, your future spouse. It's fun, huh? Okay, so let's see. So your first card is the Eight of Pentacles, very meticulous and hardworking. There's two things that I've seen doing all these readings. I don't want to spoil it in case you want to come back and do more. I saw a lot of daydreaming, a lot of big dreams and ideas, and I saw a lot of hardworking people out there. So very hardworking person. This is a person with high skill. They have learned something and mastered it, and they just spend a lot of time at perfecting things and doing them well. Then they have a passion for life. The Strength card, Leo. They have a passion for life. They feel the zest of life. There's a time for work and a time of play with them, and they are very committed to both. Also, I think that they have a temper over things like injustice. So not necessarily like temper over petty things, but they just see red when it comes to like real problems or real injustice, unfairness. Then we have the Ten of Swords. And so this person really shuts things down when it's necessary. So like no BS kind of person. They minimize their environment a lot to focus on the work that they need to do. They minimize their environment. They focus on their passion. They want to have a good time when it's time to have a good time. And they want to work when it's time to work. Not much room for anything else. When you're in a relationship with them, it's your future spouse, if you have any problem with anyone, they'll be like, I'm gonna handle it. I bet this is a Leo because Leo hasn't come through yet. So yeah, I'm going to handle it, shut it down, and just really be your protector and protective energy. Let's take a look at your cards. So we have the moon, which is Pisces. So they started working to avoid situations in their life, but then it became a thing of its own. So they may have had like a problematic youth, energy. The environment was somehow BS, and so they got away from some gnarly energy. But then it became a healthy thing because they found themselves in it. And so yeah, they have this kind of solve problems through working hard. And then we have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This person is extremely successful, and your relationship with them will be marked by that. It's that they're very like cut the line. They shut down things at a certain level. They just don't allow BS in their life in any way. And for that, they achieve huge success. And then we have the Ten of Swords again. This is Sun in Gemini. We've already done Gemini, but they may have a Sun in Gemini, and this might be their secondary transit, like a Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus. But again, this person in some way very, very strongly commits to, I just feel like they don't go in certain directions. They know what's good and they stick to what's good, because in the past they were in circumstances that weren't good, and they know they have a BS detector, and they can really recognize when someone is full of it, not healthy, not good, and they just shut it down, and they keep things out of problems. They stick in this energy of strength and power. They don't sacrifice themselves or their relationship with you or for any outside things. It's just, it is what it is, you know. Here is the sign of your person. It's a Pisces. Feisty Pisces, my goodness. There's a Pisces, the moon. So yeah, this person in very much in some way, they have life by the neck, and they are very, very like boss energy. It's a very boss, like, this is my realm and I'm not gonna mess it up. And I have a feeling that this person in a significant way feels the need to stick to what's good and doesn't give much room to go in directions that are not good. So once they know that a direction's not good, they'll know very fast and they won't go there. And that's how the relationship will be. You will be along for that ride. So, well, have fun with your Pisces. Pisces are super fun. Okay, so next we're going to take a look at the next sign. I'm not going to show you. Now we have 11. Let's take a look at your cards. Number 11. Let's see what you got. Okay, so your first message is about this person. This person has had major delays in their life. This is Neptune. And so major delays in their life, things outside of their control they had to live with. Maybe they had a dependent parent or family member that they were taking care of. Something happened in their life that really slowed them down from going after the things they wanted. Then we have the Ten of Swords. And so this person changed the way that they look at life because of these circumstances, and it made them really strong because they, you know how we're all achievement focused? This person lost the ability to achieve things because of this dependency, like someone being dependent on them, and these circumstances out of their control. Maybe a war broke out where they lived, or there was things outside of their control in a situation. And I have a feeling that in some way, like they were confronting they were in some way changed their mind and changed their ways of looking at things, and it sort of freed them up to be open to the possibilities. So if you can't do one, then you'll do another, and they're very much like that. The next energy is the Seven of Cups. This person could be a very good poet. This person could be a very good storyteller, very like creative. I think that they see all the possibilities. That's what I said when I picked the card. That's so funny. I wasn't looking at it. I picked them like, I just sit to the side and I like go like this and gently pull one. I don't do anything fancy. So so anyway, so it's like, yeah, they had a lot of, I think it opened them up to a lot of possibilities in life, and so their life is about living possibilities. And so maybe they were ill early on in life, and that woke them up and changed the way that their life is. So let's talk about their relationship with you and how that plays out. So we have the Eight of Wands, which is Mercury in Sag. So this person was encouraged by their environment, and they encourage you through their experiences. They encourage you through their past experiences. They kind of, no matter what happens, they in some way provide you insight and understanding about like how to approach your life, how to deal with your life. The next message is the King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits fire. I have a feeling, yeah, this person is, they are a master over their mind. So literally something happened in their life that caused such a huge change, a huge transformation. Something really massive happened in their life, and I have a feeling that they took control with their mind and said, it's not going to be this way. They put the line in, they drew the line in the sand. And so I have a feeling, sorry about the trucks working. Usually it's quiet here, not today. But anyway, so they in some way took control over their circumstances, and they just kind of took charge over situations, and they changed the way they look at things, away from the expectation of what a normal life is supposed to be, to a life that's flexible and open to the possibilities without demands on their trajectory. And so your relationship will be very much like that. It'll be very much focused on anything goes. It's like, you don't have to have children by a certain time. You don't have to finish school and do this and that. They really see what's important in life, and they draw your energy towards that as well. And so they always encourage you when you feel discouraged, that you haven't reached something, you haven't achieved something, that you're actually doing well. So they always remind you of that fact. And then we have the Fool, new beginnings. Lots of new beginnings with this person. Lots of, I think that you and them may move to a different country or move somewhere really far. Really change your lifestyle completely. Like, you may go vegan and become yoga teachers, or there's going to be some kind of strange shift in your life with this person that's going to open up a new beginning, and it's going to be better than anything you have experienced before. And it's going to be like, rather than ramming your head against the wall over the problems that are before you, with this person, you will just let those problems go and start a new life, because you only have one life to live. And this person has a real good understanding of that and priorities, and they'll keep you on track with that. They have a very strong mind. This is a person like, you know, when you hear about people surviving Auschwitz or other like destitute places, Syria, like where there's really horrible violence and people survive it and they're resilient, that's the kind of person that I'm seeing. Like, something happened in their life that was really, really difficult, and they are a survivor, and they just reprioritize what's important. The next message is, this is a Scorpio. Oh yeah, Scorpio in check. So a new beginning, a new breakthrough. This Scorpios come in when we need like a change in life in a big way. Scorpios come in when there's a death in our life, whether it's figurative or literal. And so it feels like maybe this is your future spouse, because in some big way you're starting a new life, and you need someone that strong to be able to carry you forward and move forward in this direction, this new direction. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to do number 12. I know what sign it is, but I'll keep it hidden for those of you guys who were just jumping in. So first I'm going to describe the person, and then secondarily I will describe the relationship. And I'm going to tell you the sign last. First of all, this person's psychic. She just jumped over the High Priestess. So this is a prophecy. This is a fated relationship. This person is psychic. This person is lit. The next message is we have the Ace of Cups, a new relationship. This person is forever hopeful, very optimistic personality, but also sort of mystical and kooky. Maybe kind of like me, you know, like mystical and kooky, and kind of says weird things sometimes because they're tapping into some strange energies. And if people don't know them, or if they don't believe in metaphysics and stuff like that, then they won't understand where that's coming from. But I have a feeling that there's like, it's coming from a good place. They're tapped into source energy. Here is the next message, the world. The person travels a lot. They're a person of the world. This person's lit. This person has a joy for life. Just exciting, bold, bright, and beautiful. Okay? So now let's take a look at your relationship together. I like this person a lot. This person's like a mystic type of person, and they always have like they speak to like nature and birds, and they sort of say, oh, I gotta go over there. They're carried off in certain directions, like by life. They let life sort of push them in certain directions. Then we have the Six of Cups. Very likely this is a soulmate. You meet them almost immediately. They just appear in your life like a poof. Poof, I'm here, welcome. You know, like there's just a lot of joy that they bring into your life, and a lot of peace and harmony. The next message is the Seven of Cups, Venus in Scorpio. So I have a feeling that this person opens up a world of opportunities for you, and your life is going to be very sweet with them. There's going to be just, it's a very profound, joyful connection. In terms of like past lives, karma, and things like that, I have a feeling that in this lifetime you are meant to celebrate things with this person. You are meant to in some way like relish life with this person. You've been through hard times in the past, in a past life, and in this lifetime I have a feeling that it's a time of joy with this person. It's a time of it's a time of joy with this person. It's a time of celebration, light energy, light and bright, hopeful energy, hope, all these things. Here is the next, just this is your lifetime to have fun. And when you meet this person, or if you're already with them, you're going to have just a bountiful time. It's like Bacchus, you know, Bacchus is the god of celebration, joy, and merriment, and wine. So it's like grapes. I just think of, I don't drink alcohol, but like grapes, eating grapes is just so euphoric. It's a very euphoric lifetime with this person. And I know what sign it is. It's on point. And King of Wands, he's going to be very, or she's going to be very, very profound in their old age. They will be a person that people revere in the community. They vibrate at such a level that they don't actually confront the people around. They have their experience, and it's so elevated that, and your relationship with them is so elevated and so romantic and just otherworldly that people don't even know where to begin, like to come at them or cause conflict. And so in their old age, they just settle down to the wise old man or woman that they are kind of respected by people. You know, the person who walks into the room and lights up a room. They have a very unique energy, very unique. Here is the sign. And so we have Leo last. And so this is a Leo. Very, very powerful person. And I think that this person is a person of like grace and stability, just beautiful things. So you will have a beautiful life together. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I made it. It's an hour long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Zodiac pick-a-cards, let me know. And I did those on the main channel, and maybe I'll find some and link them in the description down below. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the videos. Take care and good luck. Bye.